Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. 我是 Red. Your Chinese is very good. If I had $1 for every time my students heard this phrase, well, I'd be rich enough to retire to a little tea house in Yunnan. But here is the thing. When native Chinese speakers want to genuinely compliment someone, they don't just say 很好. They use something much more expressive, something that will instantly make you sound less like a textbook and more like a real person. Today we are diving deep into one of the most powerful and often misunderstood structures in Mandarin, the degree complement with the. By the end of this video, you won't just be saying I'm tired. You will be able to say I'm so tired I could sleep for 3 days. And trust me, that changes everything. Before we jump into the grammar deep dive, if you are finding these lessons helpful and want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee over on my coffee. It really helps me keep making content like this. Link is in the description. Alright, let's get into it. Let's start with a simple sentence. 我饿 I am hungry. Grammatically correct? Yes. Natural? Not really. In Chinese, bare adjectives sound abrupt, like a robot speaking. Now we could add an adverb. 我很饿 I am very hungry. Better, but still basic. This tells us you are hungry, but it doesn't paint a picture. Now watch what happens when we use the complement. 我饿得能吃下一头牛 I am so hungry I could eat an entire cow. See the difference? So the definition is a degree complement with the is a grammatical structure used after a verb or adjective to describe the extent, degree, or resulting state of an action or condition. It answers the question to what extent or how did it turn out. Here's a basic structure. Write this down. Verb or adjective plus the plus description of the degree or result. That's it. Now let's look at some examples. 他跑得快. 他跑得快. He runs fast. 他说得很清楚. 他说得很清楚. She speaks very clearly. 今天热得受不了. 今天热得受不了. Today is so hot, it's unbearable. Notice something. The part after the can be a simple adjective, like 快, an adverb plus adjective, like 很清楚, a full phrase or even a short sentence, 受不了. This is your starting point. You are describing how an action is performed. The formula is subject plus verb plus the plus adjective. Here's the examples. 他开车开得很快. 他开车开得很快. He drives very fast. Please note, we often repeat the verb when there is an object. More on this in the common mistakes section. 他唱得好听. 他唱得好听. She sings beautifully. 你说的对. 你说的对. You speak correctly, meaning you're right. The last one, 你说的对, is used constantly in daily conversation. If you're agreeing with someone, this is your go-to phrase. Now we're moving from actions to descriptions of states or conditions. This is where Chinese gets really expressive because you're not just describing, you're creating a vivid picture. The formula is subject plus adjective plus the plus description of the resulting state. The key here is that the part after the explains what happens or how things feel because of that adjective. Let's break down some examples. 他高兴地跳了起来. 他高兴地跳了起来. He was so happy he jumped up. In this sentence, 跳了起来, jumped up, is the result of his happiness. The connects the feeling to the action it caused. 我忙得忘了吃饭。我忙得忘了吃饭。I was so busy I forgot to eat. Here, 忘了吃饭 forgot to eat shows the consequence of being busy. It's more powerful than just saying 我很忙 I'm busy because it shows the real impact. 教室里安静的能听到针掉在地上。教室里安静的能听到针掉在地上。The classroom was so quiet, you can hear a pin drop. This is a classic Chinese expression. The part after the 能听到针掉在地上 could hear a pin drop is an exaggerated description that emphasizes just how quiet it was. Native speakers love using these kinds of vivid images. 天气热的我都不想出门。天气热的我都不想出门。The weather is so hot, I don't even want to go out. Notice here, after the, we have a full sentence with its own subject, 我. This is perfectly fine. The structure is flexible enough to handle complete ideas. This is the magic of the complement. You are not just saying very quiet or very busy. You are painting a picture. You are creating a scene that your listener can visualize. Okay, this is where many learners get stuck. Let me save your hours of confusion. Look at this incorrect sentence. 他说汉语的很好。Why is this wrong? Because in Chinese, the verb and its object, 汉语, want to stay together. You cannot separate them with the. So what's the fix? You repeat the verb. So the formula, subject plus verb plus object plus verb plus the plus description. Okay. 他说汉语说得很好。他说汉语说得很好。He speaks Chinese very well. Here's more examples. 我做饭做得不好。我做饭做得不好。I don't cook well. 他唱歌唱得专业。他唱歌唱得专业。She sings like a professional. The pattern, think of it as for action, doing that action. Here is the result. Once you're comfortable with the basics, you can start using some fixed expressions that native speakers love. This adds flavor to your Chinese. First, adjective plus the plus 很. This is a very common pattern, meaning extremely. 好得很. Extremely good. 忙得很. Extremely busy. 喜欢吃得很. Really like eating. Second, adjective plus the plus 不得了 or 要命 or 要死. This all mean extremely or unbearably. 热得要命. So hot, it's killing me. 高兴得不得了. Incredibly happy. 累得要死. Tired to death. Third, adjective plus the plus 多. This is used for comparisons. 好得多, much better. 快得多, much faster. 他的汉语比我好得多. Her Chinese is much better than mine. You can't have conversations without questions. Here's how to ask about degree. First, the how question, 怎么样? This is your go-to question when you want to ask about the quality or result of an action. 你考得怎么样? 你考得怎么样? How did you do on the exam? 他写得怎么样? 他写得怎么样? How does he write? Or how is his writing? Number 2, the affirmative, negative question, A, not A. This form asks whether something is done in a certain way or not. It gives the listener two clear choices. The formula is verb plus the plus adjective plus 不 plus adjective. Like 他说的快不快？他说的快不快？ Does he speak quickly or not? Literally, he speaks quickly, not quickly. 你吃的好不好？你吃的好不好？ Did you eat well? Literally, you eat well, not well. 她长得漂亮不漂亮？她长得漂亮不漂亮？ Is she pretty or not? Used to ask someone's appearance. This structure works exactly like regular A, not A questions, but the adjective comes after the. Number 3, the yes or no question with ma. Sometimes you just want a simple confirmation. This form uses ma at the end of a statement. The formula is statement plus ma. 你睡得好吗？你睡得好吗？ Did you sleep well? 她学得认真吗？她学得认真吗？ Does she study diligently? 她中文说得流利吗？他中文说得流利吗？ Does he speak Chinese fluently? The difference between this and the A not A form. The A not A form 好不好 feels slightly more direct and is asking for a clear choice. The ma form is softer and works when you expect a likely yes answer. Let me save you from sounding like a textbook. Here are the top 3 mistakes my students make. Mistake 1, forgetting the verb copy. Like, 他说汉语的很好. Wrong. 他说汉语说得很好. He speaks Chinese very well. Remember, verb plus object want to stay together. Put the after the repeated verb. Mistake 2, using 很 incorrectly. Remember, 很 already means very, but in the pattern, verb plus the plus adjective, you can use 很 before the adjective for emphasis. Like, 他说得快. This works, but sounds a bit plain. 他说得很快. This is a natural way to say he speaks quickly. Mistake 3, confusing the and the. This is a classic. Remember, the connects to noun, like 我的书, my book. The connections to descriptions, like 跑得快, runs fast. Let's put this all together with a short dialogue you might actually use. The situation, 2 friends meeting after an exam. 你考得怎么样? How did you do on the exam? 考得不太好，太难了。你考得好吗？ Didn't do too well. It was too hard. Did you do well? 我考得还行，但是听力部分快得不得了。I did okay, but the listening part was incredibly fast. 对呀，老师说汉语说得太快了。Right, the teacher spoken Chinese too quickly. 下次我们一起复习，准备得充分一点。Next time, let's study together and prepare a bit more thoroughly. Now let's recap what we covered today. Number 1, the formula, the verb or adjective plus the plus description. Number 2, verb copying. When there is an object, repeat the verb like 说话说得快. Number 3, extreme expressions. 的很，的不得了，的要命 for emphasis. Number 4, questions. 怎么样？ V 的 A 不 A? V 的 A 吗？ Okay, your challenge. Go to the comment section and complete this sentence. 我现在困的 I'm so tired right now that. 困的想睡觉 is boring. 困的眼睛睁不开 is better. 困得能睡到明年 is excellent. So the complement is what takes your Chinese from textbook correct to native like natural. It's how you express emotions, describe experiences, and really connect with people. Okay, if this video helped you, please hit that like button. It really helps more learners find these lessons. And subscribe if you want to finally master Chinese grammar without the headache. Okay, that's all for today. I'll see you in the next one. 再见。